Ready to open the hood? UseTool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app. Easy, fast, and with better prices than on the website.
You will find the bulk tyre rod ends used in the video exclusively on the Mr. Auto website and through the link in the description. Turn your engine off and pull up the handbrake. In order to change the outer tyre rod end on your vehicle, you must lift the front of your vehicle and remove the wheels. This will give you full access to the steering system. Loosen the stud bolts on the front of the wheels, raise the front of the vehicle and put it in the 2-axle stands. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, raising your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. You will then be able to take off the wheels. Don't forget to slide them under the vehicle. You can now see the outer tyre rod end. These elements can often get jammed, so use a penetrating oil to facilitate the operation. With a marker, trace a line between the axle joint and the tyre rod end. It will help later during the disassembly and reassembly process. Using an adjustable spanner, you can release the lock nut on the tyre rod. It is there to stop any form of rotation of the two pieces towards each other, as this could have an impact on the geometric setting of your vehicle. Using a 17mm spanner and a 6mm Allen key, release the lock nut holding the tyre rod end. If you don't have a ball joint puller, take a hammer and hit the lock nut hard just at the end of the threading. Paying close attention to the point of reference, unscrew the tyre rod end. This will be needed during the reassembly process to get as close as possible to the original settings.
Please support us, subscribe and like the video, that will be really cool.
If you change the lock nut, measure the distance between the lock nut and the end of the tyre rod axle joint using calipers. Take the new tyre rod end and unscrew the lock nut supplied with it. Screw the lock nut back on until the distance measured with a caliper is reached, or put the tyre rod end back in place, making the same number of turns as counted during disassembly. During this operation, you will work on the steering system of your vehicle. Checks on tyre alignment, when carried out by a professional, will guarantee that your steering system has been perfectly aligned and is in good working order. Put the tyre rod end in the pivot. Put the lug nut provided with a new part in place, or while exerting a certain amount of pressure on the tyre rod end, tighten it using a socket wrench. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Close the lug nut on the tyre rod end using adjustable pliers. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle, putting it back on the ground before properly fixing them in place. Operation completed.
Hello, if this video helped you, like and subscribe.